Hey guys, it's Nick here in Carrollton, Ohio.
Hey guys, it's Nick again. Hey guys, it's Nick. Hey guys, it's Nick. Hey guys, it's Nick again. Today we have a very special guest on Showcases with Nick, Christy Vanover from Girls Can Grill on Instagram. She's the 2020 Nevada Barbecue Team of the Year, part of that. She has her own podcast and all that kind of stuff as well. Christine, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Nick?
Doing good, doing good. First of all, I want to thank you for, opening up the time. I know you're busy with, like, most people probably look at your page, you're like, oh yeah, you have the Instagram thing. And I'm trying to look right now. You almost have 68,000 followers on there. And that in of itself is, a crazy thing. So I appreciate it. And then on top of you doing all the other stuff you do with your website and all that, it's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you.
So for some people that, don't know everything about you, they just know the Instagram page or whatever other pages they know you from. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, where you're from, what you do, all that good stuff.
Sure. So I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, or in a suburb just outside of Las Vegas. And I started grilling probably, I think it was around 2012 or so.
Wow.
I had a different blog where I was sharing just casual recipes, everyday recipes, and I realized I was mostly grilling. So I transitioned my blog into Girls Can Grill, which is where I share a ton of grilling recipes. And then from there, I was introduced to the Nevada Barbecue Association and learned about competition barbecue and really jumped into that and started competing. I always lose track of the dates. I want to say it was like 2016, 2017 or something along those lines. Now I do that full throttle, plus continuing to share everyday recipes, plus competition recipes, either through my website or all the social media platforms.
Awesome. That's like the one thing that stood out to, when my boss Chuck wanted me to, reach out to different people and set the schedule up and everything. We've been in contact for a little bit now and, we've supported each other for a little bit here and everything. But the one thing I noticed about you, like specifically, was you do a lot more than just, take videos and pictures of your cooks and all that. You kind of go deeper with, like your educational side of everything. I was taking a look at your website earlier and all that. Where did that where did that side of your like persona take off from? Do you have like an educational background, or was it just kind of like, oh, I love this thing, this barbecue thing, this cooking thing, so I'm going to share it with everyone? Or tell us a little bit more about that process.
Yeah, actually, I have a master's in mass communications. And so I've been doing PR and marketing for mainly the federal government for about 20 years now. So I've worked for the Army, I've worked for the National Park Service, I work for the Air Force full-time right now. And then I've also done some agency work and worked at NBC affiliates in a couple different countries, a couple different states. So I was doing all that marketing PR for others. And I realized one day, I've always known I love to cook, but I realized one day, why can't I take these skills and use them for something that is personal to me? Exactly. And so that's how I was able to do that. So I already understand web development, social media marketing, SEO, photography, videography, graphic design. So all of those things kind of give me that little bit of edge because I'm able to take that and translate it with all my grilling stuff.
Exactly. You can do the marketing for yourself finally.
Yeah.
So you said you're from, a little suburb outside of Las Vegas. We've had, I'm not sure if you watch any of the other episodes, but we've had Chuck's Flavor Train on here, Willie Soto. Yep. So they're over on, the West Coast. We had a couple of guys from Texas we did. What's the barbecue scene like out in Nevada? It's kind of, you think of Nevada and hot weather, and barbecue kind of goes along right with that. But, what is different about the Nevada barbecue, or things that, you see that make it special?
That's a great question. I would say there's a couple things. For us, grilling season is right now. I know Boston's got like 30 inches of snow, but for us, it's beautiful 60 degrees out. In the summer, it's actually harder to barbecue because it's 115. Gotcha. So standing in front of a fire at 115 degrees is a little challenging. That's when we're more like using the pellet grills and running inside type of a thing. As far as the culinary side of Vegas, because we don't have the traditions of Memphis or, the Carolinas or Kansas City, Texas, et cetera. I think we're kind of a melting pot, mixed with, at least in the Vegas area, mixed with a little bit of, extra added oomph because it's Vegas. So we do crazy wild things out here. But West Coast in general, there's a great West Coast barbecue movement going on, especially with Chuck and some others. And then on the competition side, there's a ton of teams, California, Arizona, Utah. And we all get together, at least once a month and do different competitions out here.
Gotcha. Speaking of competitions and everything, I know you have that one that's coming up so are you hosting that one?
I am, yeah. So
Awesome.
I do a mix. Sometimes I judge, sometimes I cook, and then sometimes I host. Cool. So this one's going to be pretty big with BamaQ TV. Awesome. Most of your followers are probably familiar with him. Right now, I think we've got about 60 teams signed up. I think we'll probably hit the 75 mark. So it's going to be awesome.
Is that in Las Vegas area?
It is, yeah. It's at Premier Barbecue and Fire up here in Las Vegas.
Awesome. A lot of our smaller customers that, we support as well, that's kind of their goal is to like be in a competition and have their own team and stuff like that. So, what's the process behind, creating a team and, even from your side, what's it like, judging and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I would say competition barbecue, there's different phases. So the SCA is the State Cook-Off Association. Right. And with that, you're cooking basically 2 ribeyes and turning in 1. There's a lot of ancillary competitions as well. So there could be a burger category or a dessert category. So if you're just getting started, I recommend maybe starting SCA. KCBS is a lot more challenging. It's 4 meats. It's chicken, ribs, pork, and brisket. Gotcha. And you have 30-minute windows to turn them in. So it's definitely challenging. It can be a 10-hour, 12-hour cook, depending what temp you're cooking at. And then hitting those marks and getting them turned in. That's like the biggest pressure is just hitting the timelines. I definitely, for teams who want to try or people who want to try to join a team, see if you can shadow a team like myself or, some of your buddies and just kind of get the feeling of it all. And then judging is a whole nother side of things because the quality of the meat varies, obviously, or not the meat itself, but how it's prepared. But for the most part, especially when I judge at like the world championships and stuff, it's all top notch.
Awesome. That's good. Especially, being, a woman in the industry. I know that we talk to a lot of guys all the time and stuff like that. And they love, that it is a diverse group. And that's the thing that they talk a lot about. I know Chuck's really big into it and all that kind of stuff. They have those meetups. They just had one, I think 2 weeks ago. Out in Southern California, I think. But anyways, it's good, to have the diversity in there. What's it like, being kind of like the mother of it all as for like the woman in the barbecue industry? I know there's a couple other ones that are out there, but, you pioneering it all, what's that kind of been like? Do people come to you with help or questions all the time? And how do you navigate all that?
Absolutely. Well, I'm flattered that you think I'm the pioneer. I'm definitely not. There's other amazing women who have really forged this path before me, but I'm happy to be along the trail with them. I would say I was intimidated at first because I didn't know how I would be received. But it's awesome, man. The guys have totally embraced me. I'm part of the family now. Like gender doesn't even really matter. But it's what I found is like I said, one of the things I really pride myself on is because I was intimidated, I want to share tips with others so that they don't feel as intimidated. So actually I have a website, barbecuetips.com that redirects to my Girls Can Grill site. And it gives you like step-by-step how to do each competition meet, how to set up your area at a competition, even branding for your team and things along those lines. So whether you see me on the trail or on social media or on my website, I think that's my main thing is I just want to help others, whether you're a woman or a man. I just want to help you understand barbecue and have fun with it. Awesome.
That's, a constant theme. I've said it in some of the other episodes we have is everyone that I've talked to, we even had a couple lawn care guys on here and like the common theme with everyone we talk to. And I think it's why I like talking to you guys is because, keeping it fun and just doing your own thing is kind of what has made the barbecue community so big and loving and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, what are some things, that you do that, keep it original? And do you have any, and where that stuff stems from? Is it just trying out new things or do you try to do a certain thing or what's that like?
Yeah, good question. So competition barbecue is pretty straight up. My flavor profiles are pretty standard, a little sweet, a little heat. But when I'm doing other grilling things, I would say that my culinary influence comes from a mix of cultures. My husband's Filipino, so I drive in some of those flavors. And then we also had the pleasure of living in Europe and in in South Korea for a little while
Oh,
because my
sweet.
husband was in the military. So pulling those influences plus just the cultural influences here in Las Vegas, I'm always inspired when I go out to different restaurants and see
Awesome.
what I can play around with in the backyard.
Sweet, sweet. I see all that stuff behind you there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on back there. Um, so when I was looking around your website, is that like your own spice rub that you have that was on
Yes.
there? Awesome. What's that
That's
called
beautiful.
again?
So it's done through Spiceology. So
Gotcha.
I've got a brisket rub, a pork rub, and a chicken rub.
Cool.
So I use these on my competition meats, obviously, but they're great on everything. Chicken's great on everything poultry. The brisket's good on everything beef, and then the pork, of course, everything pork.
Awesome. We just GPS. We just got a char griller grill. They sent us out one for free. It was really nice of them and everything. And we've gotten so influenced by all you guys that we're gonna try and grill our own things and start our own barbecue journey. So we'll definitely have to have some of that.
We'll get you some.
Get in touch or whatever for that.
For sure.
Before you go, we have one question we like to ask everyone, the same question right before we wrap things up. But anyone in history, dead or alive, could be present, who would you like to sit down and have a drink with and why?
Wow.
It stumps a lot of people. So
I know. I would actually probably like to say my grandma, my nanny.
Awesome.
She passed away when I was a young adult, but I don't feel like I was knowledgeable enough to like really bend her ear and really learn about more of her life and our ancestry and stuff like that. And I know she liked a good glass of whiskey too. So that's why it would be fun now that I'm an adult and can drink whiskey to like just sit down with her and yeah, I miss her. So
awesome. Well, Christy, thank you again. A lot of words of wisdom and a lot of, what it takes to be a barbecuer, especially today with everything going on and more than just an Instagrammer. We appreciate your time. I know you're busy. Any other plans for the day? Just hanging out, relaxing and
yep. Just chilling for the day. And then I've got a few Super Bowl recipes I want to get posted in the next week or so.
Awesome. Well, we will be in contact here soon after. We want to send you a little certificate, kind of like a token of our appreciation for, you being you and you taking time out of your day to do this. So I'll send you that here soon. Again, thank you so much. And hope you kick butt at that competition coming up.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks.
We'll see you, Christy.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.